You know what? Seeing Jeff is here.
S tier. 100% S tier, Jeff.
We're gonna do Simpsons again.
Hello.
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 Krusty F tier.
Oh yeah, we gotta get that right. And where is Krusty?
I need the fucking stream.
There you go. Krusty where he fucking belongs.
I'm in Krusty tier under F.
Oh, you think you found Maple's family? Are you gonna talk to them? Jeff, you knew it was coming. Wait, let me get out a new notification. I mean, I could just quote tweet my actual thing. I don't need to. Alright, I guess. Oh my god. I hate everything, guys. There we go. Right. You sure traveled a long way. So are you gonna go and talk to the owners? Are you gonna ask them if they want her back or something? Right. Do you want to do Simpsons, or do we want to look for something else?
I don't mind.
We do Simpsons.
Alright, what about Skinner's mum? Anna hates everything, guys. I like Skinner's mum. I'd say she's a good C. You know,
Yeah.
she's had some good ones.
Maybe C or D, I was thinking.
Yeah, like her whole dating comic book guy, that was quite funny.
Yeah.
I think she's pretty bog standard as a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and she knew about Skinner, so it was
Yeah?
like, yeah, I'd put her at C.
Alright. Asuna in Simpsons form.
Oh.
When I was thin, never.
Okay.
Okay.
I heard the good news, or I saw the good news on Twitter that you're getting unemployment. I'm happy for you.
Oh, hey.
Nice. I barely remember this character, to be honest.
He
remember
doesn't
him-
really do much.
Yeah, he was
He's
on
in
some of
many
the
episodes.
earlier season stuff, but the last
Yeah.
thing I remember him was he did that blowfish sushi for Homer. And he
Yeah.
wasn't sure if he actually poisoned him or not.
Oh, that definitely makes him S tier then. Obviously. Now, I think he's like E. Like, he doesn't
Yeah,
really, you
Doesn't do
know.
anything.
Yeah.
He hasn't been used since like the second season or something.
See, the Asian character goes an E for Asuna.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I reckon Apu's A. I like Apu.
I like him
Apu's
too
S
a lot.
tier. Apu's S tier.
Do you want him S tier? I get, like, he's done some of my favorite songs. Like, I love, Who Needs the Quickie Mart? When he gets kicked out of the Quickie Mart.
Yeah, that's a
And
good one.
he's just sat at the top of the house, like, who needs the Quickie Mart? I do!
Yeah, I don't mind putting him in S.
S or A tier, but I think S tier because he's like one of the best characters.
He is. I love Apu. I do kind of, in a way, feel bad for him with all like the controversy that went on. Like I know, like in modern days, having him voiced by Hank, whatever he's called, was kind of like maybe you should get someone who actually represents him to voice him. But he's always been a safe, and they've never really done any bad by him either. He's always had fantastic stories and been a really good character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Kay, I am so happy. I'm so happy for you. Like even though it's not a sure thing yet, just that small thing. Like, I got a letter the other day being like, we need your SSP and P45. And I was like, good, they haven't yet cancelled my benefit claim. So I've sent that away, and I'm slowly sorting out my doctor's thing. It's like that one step to know that maybe it's going to get better, that you need, because you can cling on to the hope that it's going to work, Right, this is Ernie? Is he called Ernie?
I have no idea.
I think so.
Eye in the sky?
Yeah, they keep... Oh, they do him wrong all the time.
Yeah, I quite like him. I'd say he was like a C or a D. Like, he's not super important, but he's only there for like the times when you've got the news reports and shit going on. So like,
I'm not sure remember who it was.
Arnie. There you go. Kate,
yeah. Well, that, and they've had him in a couple helicopter crashes.
True.
Yeah, I'd put him in C. He's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not around that much, so.
That they use him when they need to use him, which is the good thing. Like, he's not... I feel sometimes in Family Guy, Tom Tucker can be overused.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's not that interesting of a character. He was meant to be a parody of newscasters. And when they then overused him and made him a main character, he got stale very quickly. Right, Nerd Boy, who loves Marge.
Yeah, he's not amazing.
He was in the episode with Tom Jones.
Yeah.
Oh no, was he? No, that might have actually been Mr. Burns, but Mr. Burns was trying to date Marge.
Yeah, that was, it was those two.
I don't know, I put him in D, maybe.
D or E. He was useful for like 1 or 2 episodes, and then he's never really been used as anything.
Yeah, he's not really anything important. I'll put him in E with Evil Asuna. Right.
It's not just Bonnie in a bikini.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It has to go in S tier for sexy. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
Barney
this.
is a pretty S tier character, to be fair.
But Barney is one of the greatest characters. I love Barney so much.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I need to change my title so people know we're doing tier lists. Just talk about how wonderful Barney is.
Barney is.
I just love how when he wins the Duff competition, he's like, put it in.
Boop. Right, there you go. We're done. Right. Pal King as well. When him and Homer, fight it out with the plows. I love Barney. Barney is a great character. And that meme, the one where Mo chucks him out and then he comes up around him in the bar. One of my favorite meme templates. I'm not even gonna lie. I love that meme template so much.
Yeah.
Right, Bart. I think Bart is A. I think Bart is overused.
Yeah, I was gonna say A.
Like, he's a good character, but it's like
I don't know how you
Pikachu.
Yeah, that and he's very hit or miss with me. Usually he's more hit, but a lot of times it's like, why is he involved in this? Yeah, I'd put him like at A or B. I know that for a while, they were like focusing on Bart, then they were like, okay, we're gonna focus on Homer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of, as I say, he kind of become the mascot like Pikachu did, but then they lost everything that people liked about the character, and you're kind of like, well, he's alright, there's nothing wrong with him, but I'd like to see more of other people. I'll put him in A. Boop.
That's fair.
Mrs. Hubbard, isn't it?
Hibbert, is it?
Yeah, Mrs. Hibbert. She? I don't remember her
I don't
doing
know, she's pretty boring, honestly. I don't think Shirley does anything.
No, she's like in
Let's see.
episodes that are like Marge centered. She tends to show up and do fuck all.
Oh yeah, with like the girls' night kind of things.
Yeah,
Just because she's a woman like of that age, basically, they just
Yeah.
shove her in there.
pretty much. Pretty much. We need another woman. Stick the doctor's wife in. They won't care. I'm guessing this is this announcer guy that's actually moving, or maybe just both of them
I
together.
think it's both of them. It's the KBBT, is it? I don't know.
Yeah,
They're like one the team or something, aren't they?
pretty much.
I can't remember that one.
I'd put them in
Isn't it
E. Like, it's like, they're
Yeah,
good
they
from the
did
little I
special.
remember about them, but there's nothing special. Like, it's not Arnie. You know, like,
No.
he genuinely is really good. They're just kind of there when they need someone to talk, really.
Mm.
Put them in E. In his sooner rank. Right, Reading Gums Murphy.
Seal sex.
Oh yeah, Jeff, this is basically you.
S tier then. He has a sack, so it must be S tier.
I like Bleeding Gum Murphy.
Yeah, no,
Maybe
I think he'd be a
B,
B.
Alright?
Yeah.
Probably B.
I'd say B. Like, he wasn't in it that much because, like, he was in there, like, in the early seasons, then he died. And he's like a Mufasa fucking spirit guy to Lisa sometimes, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he was good for the episodes he was in.
Yeah, he was really good for those, yeah.
Blinky. S tier.
Well, it's just a fish. I'd put it in F.
Wow! Wow!
Sean's got opinion.
I mean, F for fish.
Yep.
Wait. Right, I'm gonna message Kudu and ask him where he wants to fish. Kudu, where are you in my DMs?
Fishing.
Where do you want Blinky the fish in our tier list? If you reply before we end, I'll do what you say. I don't know if he's up now. Also, I just need to reply to this.
It won't be long. He's usually up about this time, isn't he?
Yeah. Isn't
Yeah,
he,
for cards.
yeah, is that the card shop, isn't he?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so,
is he?
yeah.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
remember. I never remember what it's on.
Right. Sideshow Bob. I like Sideshow Bob. As like a
I love
villain,
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob is really fucking fun.
And I love Kelsey Grammer, so.
Oh yeah, no, I fucking love Kelsey Grammer as well. That's just S tier right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know at first it was Chelsea Grammer. Then later on, I was like, when I actually started watching some of his other stuff, I was like, wait, that's Sideshow Bob.
You see, because I'm deaf, I don't pick up on voices very well. So like, I didn't know until I'd actually like seen the credits, and like it popped into my head when I knew who Kelsey Grammer was. Because I've always loved Fraser. You know, I've always watched Fraser as well, so I've always known who Kelsey Grammer was. But it didn't come in. To be actual, I don't even think it was the credits. I think it was when he was Beast in X-Men that I went and was like, I know who this is. And my mum was like, it's Kelsey Grammer. And I was like, I don't know who that is. And she was like, it's Fraser. And I looked him up, and I think I might have found out then. I was like, oh, he was in The Simpsons. And my mum was like, yes. Why do you think I don't like Sideshow Bob either? And I'm like, oh, but he's one of the best characters. And my mum was like, no. I can't do voices, guys. I can do Sean though. If Sean was in a TV show, I'd know Sean right off the bat. Right. I can't remember what they call her, but the evil.
It's a vampire boob lady, basically.
Yeah, don't they call her Boob Villa or something? Maybe not.
Something like that. I thought it was boob. I thought it was like Count Boobula or something.
Booberella. I knew it was
no,
boob something.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Isn't it take the piss
Yeah,
out of
honestly.
that like goth woman that does like horror TV stuff?
Oh yeah, Elvira. I
Elvira,
know.
that's the name.
Yeah, I just don't remember her in the show.
She's
What?
not in it that often.
Was Sideshow in Nested, Jeff?
I like
Burn
Sideshow. My
ID or
mum
something.
doesn't like Sideshow Bob because my mum doesn't like Kelsey Grammer because he's got a really posh accent, and my mum hates
Oh.
posh people. So my mum hates Sideshow Bob. I love Sideshow Bob. The only character I think is F tier is this one right here, and we're not going to talk about this one because you know he's F tier and he went there right at the beginning. Oh!
Yeah, it might have been. He might have actually been a little better if they
We got a reply.
went with the original idea. Oh,
Oh.
And that's got to be
Yes,
S.
yes, yes. What for the 3 eyes?
I knew he'd want Blinky up there. I fucking knew he would.
I had to look her up. She was in some, but she was also more in their like Halloween specials from time to time.
Yeah, I think
I wanted to with that.
I actually I'd put her in F because she's just forgettable.
Yeah.
She genuinely didn't add much to any of the episodes she was in. She's just literally a take the piss out of a TV personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. The redneck. I don't remember her name. Cletus's wife.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think they gave her a name, unless it was recent.
She might have a name now. She's in it a little bit more often now, but I don't watch it enough to catch anything with her.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
I know it's. No, she has had it. It's Brandine.
Brandine.
I think she has had that like since the start. She had Cletus like without saying the name, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Now I can remember him saying the fucking name. I've got it in my head, him saying the name as well. Brandine. I genuinely feel like she probably is a D, because I have seen some good episodes of her, like, when I've been, like, spottily watching some of the newer seasons. But when I was watching it, she was just basically Cletus's wife and the other hillbilly that had, like, 100 kids. But I feel like that is because I haven't watched any of the stuff where she's actually been decent in. So I feel like she's not really an F tier, because she is quite fun. And she's not an E tier, because unlike, what's-her-face, she actually does her own stuff. She's not just there to be one of the girls when Marge needs women. In fact, she's not even in that group. She's not pushing enough to be in that group. So I'd put her in D.
Yeah, and occasionally she will pull out a shotgun on someone.
Oh, well,
Like,
of course you like a shotgun.
Man, it's the American in me. America.
America. I mean, you are a hillbilly as well, aren't you?
I'm a
Bumblebee
redneck.
Man. You're a redneck. Same
I
fucking
like a
difference.
Bumblebee Man in S.
You want Bumblebee Man in S? I like Bumblebee Man.
My favorite scene of his, that it's been a while, but was when Kent Brockman was refusing to do the news because someone eat his cheese Danish, and he just pushes it out of the way, says it all seriously, goes, "I come," and just falls over.
And for that, he goes an S tier. Mr. Burns. I like Mr. Burns.
He's a good villain.
Yeah.
He's had some interesting stories as well. Like, he's not always the villain. Sometimes, like, he has, like, some super interesting stories centered around him that, you know, could be quite fun.
Yes, and he has every illness known to man. And he's like, "I'm invincible."
Oh,
No, the sun stab
you know
will
what? I
kill
take
you.
it back.
Fucking
This isn't a
50.
Suna. This isn't a Suna. This is a Suna.
Excellent.
I could see when you sent that fucking nitpick to me, you just sat there in a hospital bed like, excellent. And the nurse was like, what the fuck's wrong with him now? Is he having a stroke as well as a heart attack?
Basically the same age as a Sooner as well.
Yeah. The Suna was there when the first plane was, you know, sent out.
Yeah.
I put him in S, but if people want him in A, I wouldn't mind A either.
Yeah, I was gonna say A to be honest.
Yeah.
I was thinking A or S.
We'll put him in A then. Because to be fair, like, he is the main villain. There are other villains that come up, but, like, it's very easy just to fall back on Mr. Burns being the evil rich guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
I gotta love Carl.
I mean, you do. Lenny would agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember anything I really like, any moments with Carl that I really like. And to be fair, I feel like any Carl moment tends to be Lenny. That's the funny one. And Carl's just there.
Yeah.
Suppose.
Kind of. It's more of like, yeah, Lenny than Carl's just like the, oh.
Yeah, I put him in B
He's not Carl.
personally.
I do at least C.
I was thinking C.
Oh, I said B. If you two wanted him in C.
Oh, I said D.
No, I said B. I'd put him in B, but we'll put him in C.
I said at least C. I'd go B.
Like, he's there from time to time, but he's not overly used. Sometimes he says some interesting things. Other times it's just Lenny says something and he's like, oh.
Yeah, that's the thing. They come as like a double act. But to be fair, Lenny is the funny one and Carl's like the straight man to that. So if Carl was on his own, I don't think I'd enjoy him as much as when he's in Dumb Things with Lenny. Whereas I've seen episodes where Lenny's on his own and he can be hilarious.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, Carl could be like C and Lenny would be like B.
Actually, that makes more sense, to be honest.
Yeah. Because Lenny's also like, please don't tell people how I live.
That kind of makes sense. Because, like, if there was a B.5, you know, like a halfway point, I'd put Carl there, you know?
Yeah.
Right. The crazy cat lady.
She can be pretty funny.
Yeah. She's been as old as time began, and she literally just throws cats at people.
I mean, to be fair...
that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't get old. And like what she said, when they're there, like, at the lake, dumping shit, and she's there just cleaning her cats in the lake.
Yeah, I feel like every moment they put her in, she's like perfectly put in, basically.
Yeah. And from what I've seen, she's never been, like, overused or anything either. I mean, that can change with the later seasons, but I like her.
Yeah.
I'd go B.
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo Charles.
I put him at a C. He's like a bit like Carl in that he's funny mainly because of Skinner and like being around the kids. That doesn't mean he doesn't have good moments. No, but Skinner makes him funny.
Yeah.
But, like,
I put him in C.
Yeah, I'd put him in C with Carl. Like as I said, he's funny because the situations around him are funny. Not necessarily that his character is funny, but they use his character perfectly. So, like, his character's always in the right place at the right time, interacting with the right people. Cletus.
Cletus, I'm thinking C or B myself. It's not overly used. He shows up every now and then. Talks about, oh, I got me and my 15 kids, and he pulls out his gun when he has a good opportunity. Like,
he was
with
a cunt in Simpsons Hit and Run as well. I remember not liking him much.
So C for cunt.
That mission's pretty hard though.
I'd put him in a C. I genuinely, I guess, like, I always felt like the jokes were, let's laugh at this poor family, and that never hits well with me, because obviously I came from a poor family, you know? Like, I technically would be classified as probably what they're classified as in the US, you know? Like, I'm a council house, grew up on benefits, you know? So none of the jokes really ever were funny, but him as a character can be alright. He's not, like, F tier, he's not forgettable or anything, but, like, I never found him super funny because, like, you know, ha ha ha, let's laugh at this poor family isn't something I particularly enjoy doing.
Yeah. Either he goes in C with Super Nintendo Chalmers, or he goes in D with his wife.
I will see, because he is more used than his wife.
True.
And I don't have a problem with him.
Hmm.
Alright, comic book guy. This is what all of us look like. I don't know. I like a comic book guy. I think he's an A or an S.
I'd blame an A.
Yeah, I feel they get across what they want very well with him, and everyone will meet at least 100 comic book guys online at some point.
Oh yeah.
Like you can't go a day without accidentally stumbling on a comic book guy online. Like the gatekeeping fucking nerd.
Yeah.
I think Gay's a good place for him.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
Then he also gets a cattle catcher stuck in his butt.
True. I'm guessing this is a Judge Judy ripoff.
I think. Let me double. I need to look it up.
I'll make this all a little bigger so it's a little easier to see. By the way, you're just stuck doing tier lists now for as long as I feel like doing them. We might bring up like a 200 game one to do.
Yeah, she's supposed to be like making fun of Judge Judy. Her name is Constance Harm.
Constance Harm. That's a good name. I don't remember her at all. I feel like I will put don't remember if no one remembers her. I don't remember what she did. I have a feeling it might have been when Bart went to to court. But I can't remember. Do a tier list of awesome cakes. There is not a tier high enough for you, Kate, though. I'd have to make, 100 different tier lists just to put you up at the top of it. You are too awesome for any tier list. Do you remember what she did?
Okay, so what Judge Constance did? She's like, there's, if it's those judges being like, okay, someone's going to prison or blah blah blah, she's the one that does it.
Yeah.
I don't really remember her. Do you have any strong opinions for her?
Yeah, she's not used much.
I don't think she's that good. I wasn't a big fan of her.
Yeah, we'll
She's like, you know, like, what's the guy who's usually judging?
For fuck's sake. He should be on here, shouldn't he? Maybe looking at him will help me. No, they don't have the other judge on here.
Like, he was kind of just the opposite to him. And, like, just basically sent everyone down, which is super harsh on everyone.
I really just don't remember her, to be honest. I don't really remember the next one either. I do remember her a little bit. I do think she ended up getting chucked into the all-girls, little team with Marge. But I genuinely don't remember much about anything she did anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what else she did, honestly.
Chris
is in the perfect place, Jeff.
Yeah, her name is Cookie Kwan. Real estate agent.
I don't remember. Obviously, pretty unforgettable.
That's about all they really say about her.
Pretty forgettable.
I will attempt to butter you up as much as I can, Kay.
Oh, Judge Schneider.
Okay. Do you remember the episode where Marge becomes a real estate agent? Or kinda?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was one of the people in there.
Yeah. I don't remember the episode well enough. I don't think she was really... I'd put her in E. I genuinely, I don't think she was an awful character. I just don't really remember her. But I do remember her from, other things. I'm sure she's been in a couple other things as well. Because I remember the character. I don't remember that episode. I'll put her in E. Right, what about Nudge?
I don't know, he's pretty forgettable.
Wasn't he only in one? Yeah, I think he was only in, one episode, and that was for when Homer went to college.
I think he's...
No, he's one of the nerds at school, isn't he, with Martin?
Yeah, with Martin, yeah.
Those nerds are over here. I did see those nerds. They're here, the ones that went to school with Homer.
Oh, yeah, those guys,
Yeah, no, this is one of the ones at the school.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that other one. Yeah, he's one of the ones that hangs out with like Martin and whatnot.
It's called
Yeah.
Data. Also,
We'll
Jeff,
see.
if you want Krusty moved up, you're gonna have to join the voice chat and come and give us a reason to move him up, alright? You can sit there and chat all you want in the chat room, but until you get in a voice chat and actually tell us why Krusty is more than F tier, you ain't getting it. I think he's a D. He's like, he had some funny moments. I always remember his voice. Like, he has that stereotypical, I'm a nerd voice, you know?
Yeah.
So I'd put him in D. I have no problems with him. He's funny. He's no Martin, though.
Yeah.
Disco Stew.
Disco Stew.
He's no Disco Joe, but Disco Stew is still pretty good.
Yeah, Disco Stew has him dance naked with us in Limsa.
Yeah.
I am so close to just buying Final Fantasy 13 again, or 14 again, and going back through it.
Well, they're still doing the free trial. Just make a new email.
I might. I don't know.
That's what I'm considering doing.
I kind of want to get in, but I'm hoping my ESA will sort out in the next couple of weeks, because I fucking need it to at this point. Disco Stew. I have no real opinion on Disco Stew. I'd put him in E or a D, because I genuinely don't have any particular memories of him.
I'll put him in like C. I think it's alright.
C or D.
Yeah.
Probably D.
I'll
He's an
put him-
interesting character for what he does, but he's only in a few things, and he's mainly in the background now. D for Disco.
Exactly, D for Disco. Disco Stew is largely forgettable. He is. What's the name of this bully? I can't remember the name of the bullies.
I know it's not Nelson.
Oh. Well done,
Not
Lucina.
Kearney.
Not
Yeah.
Kearney. Yeah, he's the one that I never remember the name of.
And it's not Jimbo. It's the other one.
I feel that says everything we need to know about him. Really, it really doesn't it? He's the other one. I'll put him in E. E or D.
Oh,
He's kind of like the one that just is there.
Yeah, I had to look him up. He's known as Dolph Starbeam.
Oh, I do.
His first
Yeah,
name
but
is Dolphin.
We'll put him in E.
Yeah.
For his dumbass name. Right. Dr. Nick.
I think that's
S.
pretty funny.
I
Dr.
put him in S. He is so
S, yeah.
funny. He is literally one of my favorite characters.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to take the piss out of Mike Tyson, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought I remembered his name and then I completely forgot what I was going to say. Diedrich Tatum, that's it. Kate knows.
Frederick.
Kate is great at this. I literally play him in F3. I don't really remember anything he's been in. I think I remember him more for Simpsons, like the Simpsons Tapped Out.
Yeah,
Episode, that game.
M&S,
thing.
honestly.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
in one where Homer was a boxer, and then he was like kind of a background for like when Mr. Burns did the casino, and the Loch Ness Monster. But that's about it. He was mainly in one.
Yeah, I'd put him in F, honestly.
Yeah, he beat the whole living crap out of Homer because he wasn't getting tired.
Fuck him. How dare he beat up Homer. Duffman.
Duffman.
I put Duffman in B. I love when Duffman comes in and starts, you know,
Yeah, I'd put him in D.
dancing and doing all the dumbass shit. I like Duffman. He makes me laugh. He's a bit
Yeah.
like the crazy cat lady, I think.
Yeah. That, and he does the most American thing. Is like, hey, you said if I slept with you, I would win this competition. Duffman says a lot of things.
You all now know not to trust a Sooner if he sleeps with you. Right, I don't remember anyone's name, but has anyone known if they've seen the conspiracy that this guy is actually Ralph Stad?
I've seen it.
Maybe.
But
Because they have the same hair.
Yeah.
I can't even see
Yeah,
Ralph
but so
on here.
does-
What
That
the hell
is
Ralph?
true.
Yeah,
but
doesn't Chief Wiggum have the same? Oh, no, he doesn't actually, does he? He
No.
does
Chief
have
Wiggum
the
actually
hair.
has really curly hair.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, because that's his mum. I cannot see for the life of me where these characters all are. I think Chief Wiggum would be an easy one to spot. Oh, he's there. See, he's got curly hair. And then this guy here and Ralph both have this flat, straight hair.
Yeah.
I think him and the other cop are pretty good together, but I put them both in D.
Yeah, I agree with you on
Yeah.
that.
Because they're just kind of Wiggum's cronies at the end of the day. And a poor man's version
Very
of
much.
Carl and Lenny, really.
Mm-hmm.
Fat Tony. It is Fat Tony, isn't it?
Yeah, that is Fat
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah. I know names, guys. I know names. Don't you worry.
Um,
Like some of the episodes with Fat Tony. Like the one where he hires Bart.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
He's
That's a good
bartender for him.
Yeah. He's not a terrible character.
He's the mob boss for when Marge is trying to sell pretzels
Oh,
and
yeah.
they run everyone else out of town. Yeah, I'd put him in a B.
Yeah, I was gonna go BC.
Yeah, I was gonna say C, to be honest.
Oh, average it out at C then.
All right.
Everyone's
I know.
favorite nerd.
Is that supposed to be Professor Frink?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, he looks weird there.
It's probably because he's got his hair, like, out. I think they've taken a picture of him when he's, like, shocked.
Yeah, he's actually trying on that one. I remember that episode. He's actually trying to run down the street, trying to get the camera to not like zoom out because they were doing a play on like, oh, let's see what the other residents of Springfield are like. And he's like, wait, you forgot me. And they're like, no, that's everyone.
Fair.
Yeah.
I really
right.
like him. I'd put him in A.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
really
nice
liked
dude.
him in Simpsons, Hit and Run as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and when he actually is on screen doing something, it's either he's being silly, like when he was trying to be a teacher, or he actually gives out actual nerdy information.
Yep, I quite like him. Like, he's
Yeah.
a super nerd. And, like, I feel they don't always, play it for laughs that he's a nerd, Like, he has his stupid voice thing that he has a problem with, but, like, they genuinely let him go off and be a nerd without being like, oh, nerd, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right, evil staring baby.
The unibrow.
Maggie's nemesis.
Like he's,
Yeah. I think that's all they've ever done with that character. Just be like, oh yeah, it's that. Does Maggie even have a nemesis? And they just show a picture of that kid, and they just glare at each other. That's all I
Yeah,
remember.
Yeah.
I'd put it in there,
Put
to
on
be
an
honest.
E. Alright, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's Gil, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Gil.
Yeah.
Gil.
I like
He tries
Gil.
so hard, and stuff does not go his way ever.
Yeah.
A bit like me, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. A tier.
Yes.
He's Anna tier.
Anna tier.
Hmm.
I'd say A or B. Like he's had some good episodes. He's also had some weird episodes that I didn't really understand why he had to be part of them. But overall, he's kind of like, alright. I'd put him in an A or a B.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was
Okay.
real estate guy for Marge. He was also the guy that got her into the whole pretzel thing. I was like, oh yeah. So he's used as that, but I don't think they've used him in a while. Enjoy your lurk cake.
I haven't seen the late
Have a
ones.
good lurk cake.
Have a good look, Kate. I'll go A or B as well.
I'll put him in A. God. F tier. I don't believe in God. Abe Simpson. S
S.
tier.
I fucking love Grandpa.
Yeah.
He is one of the absolute best characters ever created. I love him so much. In the movie, oh my god, when they have him have the fit in the church.
Yeah, I love him in Hit and Run as well.
Yeah, no, he's good in Hit and Run. Oh my god, there is nothing I don't love about Grandpa Simpson. He can go straight into S.
Abe Simpson.
Isn't this Hank something?
Hank Scorpio.
That's it, Hank Scorpio, the
I love
evil
him.
genius.
Yeah, I don't know. He's alright.
Yeah, but I'm thinking S or A myself. Because like he was only in like one episode I remember, or at least I think that's all he was in, outside of like maybe a cameo appearance. But he does really good for it.
Well, I was gonna say B. What were you gonna say, Sean?
I was gonna say C or B, honestly.
Could be that.
I mean A. Go A.
Go A. You go A.
For Asuna.
Well, just for Asuna. That's your one. We'll give you a break there, Asuna. That one. Mole Man.
Mole Man.
Mole Man is S tier.
No. He goes with the fish. He goes with Blinky.
You know what? I agree with that. The fucking memes that come out of that man, like he just ends up being the butt of every joke, and it works so well.
Yeah.
Right, that is the
Joy's
Reverend's.
wife.
Yeah, the Reverend's wife. She's had some episodes where she's not like the other women in that she's just there when.
She's kind of part of that, but yeah, she does have a little bit more character
Yeah,
development.
she has that whole. She's the one that always screams about thinking of the children, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's either in D or E.
I'd put her
I
in
think D
D.
because the other women are in E, so.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Right, that's Homer's brother.
Yes.
I'd put him in C. I didn't really enjoy the episode with him in it.
C? Really? I'd go like E or something. I don't think he was that good.
E or D then?
Oh,
Why would you put him in C if you don't like the episode?
Because he's been in some other ones and he's been alright.
He's okayish, but he's more forgettable because the only thing you really think of is like the ones either where Homer destroys his business with the car, or when he makes that baby monitor thing.
We'll put him in D.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know his name, but the guy that runs the military store.
Oh yeah.
Is he called Hermit? Herman?
Maybe, yeah.
I think it's her.
I like him. He's pretty good in the earlier. He's in like the earlier seasons, isn't he?
Yeah, like when they go to war with the like water balloon war, he.
Yeah, I think that's
It's
like
with
season
kids.
1, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not bad. C or B maybe.
Yeah. See.
Yes, I'd go C.
I
He's interesting,
remember
but not too much.
Grandpa Simpson buys a fez from him at one point.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then he leaves his hat, then he's like, then he puts it under the counter and sells it.
Yeah.
Dr. Hibbert.
Dr. Hibbert.
I'll say it's pretty funny sometimes.
I'd give him a B.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go B.
Yeah, like he's good for those moments when it's meant to be serious and he ends up not being very serious. But I genuinely can live without Hibbert as well, so B seems like a good place for him.
Yeah. I also just like the picture that they chose for that one. That's the one from like one of the treetop horror ones. He's like, "Oh, have you even seen what you look like?" And it just pulls a picture from him and he punches evil Bart. Hugo. He punches Hugo.
Right, Homer, S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike this clown down here, actual fucking clown.
Well, did you know about like Homer and Krusty? What they originally planned on doing?
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of want to see a spin-off where they actually do that, because I'd like to see where that goes.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
For like an episode or two, maybe.
Right. This teacher, this is Lisa's teacher.
Yeah. She's kind of boring, honestly.
Yeah, I'd put her in an E.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Is that Itchy or Scratchy? I can never remember them.
I think it's Scratchy.
Is Itchy even on here?
Must
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there he is. Yeah, I would say if they don't have the other one, we should put them both. I'd say that's just for both and put them in one spot.
Yeah, I was thinking.
They also put me both.
I was thinking of putting
Yeah.
them both in like D.
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 Say
D
D,
for
'cause-
dick.
I don't know, I think they're better than D. I mean, they don't say anything, or like, they
they
just
don't
want
really-
part of the show within the show, but I still quite like them.
well, yeah, but you also see them like murder each other in interesting ways.
Oh, that puts them at S tier for sooner. I like watching people murder each other. I'd put them in. The
Me
highest
too.
I would go would be B.
I think I'd put them in C or B, yeah.
Asuna.
C or D.
I'll
else
put
I
them
got?
in C.
Put both in there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put them together
Marge's
murdering
mom.
each other. I quite
Yeah.
like Marge's mum. I'd put her in a B. I think she could be funny. She has some good episodes.
She's a bit like Patty and Selma, isn't she?
Yeah,
To be
she's more like
fair.
yeah, she's more of Patty and Selma.
Well, that's meant to be the joke, isn't it? That them three are so different from Marge.
Mm-hmm.
I also
Yeah.
like Patty and Selma, though.
Of course you do.
I mean,
I
I'm
think-
turning into them, you know? Just being that aunt that's never gonna get married and that, you know, just annoys their nephews
Or-
and nieces.
Or you'll marry someone that tries to murder you.
Oh, please, yes.
I go C or B over there, I guess.
Asuna?
I was thinking more like C or D, leaning a little more towards D.
Right, I'll put her in C then, because that's like the average.
Yeah.
One of Lisa's
Like
friends
Is
slash
it
not
Herbert's
friends.
daughter?
Classmates or something. Because I think
Maybe she's their daughter. I don't really know. I know she's in Lisa's class, and like
Yeah.
sometimes she's Lisa's friends, and other times she picks on her. She probably
Frenemy.
is the Hibbert's daughter. I just never really thought about it. I guess.
yeah.
I don't know, I don't think she is. I think Dr. Herbert's daughter is a different girl.
Just thinking kind of more E because she's like just kind of there, and sometimes she's there to be like the frenemy,
Yeah.
but not too much.
Yeah.
I go E.
Right. This guy is actually called like Henry McBeardson or something.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not-
pretty funny, honestly.
I'm not even joking. I have The Simpsons seen it. And they asked what this guy's name was, and I put something like Bearderson in as a joke and won. I like him. I'd put him in a B. I think he's genuinely really funny.
Yeah, I go B or
Beer
A.
Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know who she
Lovejoy's
is.
daughter? I don't know, that was the other one, wasn't it?
Wait.
I know, that is Lovejoy's daughter, I'm pretty sure.
I think Bart had a crush on her at one point.
Yeah,
Oh, my
Jessica Lovejoy.
Yeah.
She's Bart's biggest crush after Laura Powers and first girlfriend as well. I don't. She was a bitch, wasn't she? That was the whole thing. That she was
Yeah.
like a daddy's girl, but she was actually a cunt, and she was just like an
Yeah, that
awful
was
human
it.
being.
Yeah, cool. D, maybe. D or E.
Yeah, I'd put her in E, to be honest. She's very forgettable with the other kids. Other than like being Bart's girlfriend, she didn't do much after that.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's Jimbo, right?
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
Jimbo.
I like Jimbo and Kearney. I'd
Yeah.
put them both in C or D.
C or B, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Gotta
like
pick
the
one.
one where is she? She's definitely here. Laura, where is she? She was here just a minute ago. This one, like Bart's got a crush on her, and she ends up like
Oh,
with
yeah.
him, and he's like, oh, I need to take my t-shirt off now.
Ah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good episode.
Yeah, I'd put him in C. I quite like him. I don't know who this is.
Oh, that's the gay guy. That I think isn't he like Homer's roommate at some point, or like when Homer like turns gay or something, and they like don't they like hook up or something like that.
I don't know that
3
one.
gays of the condo. Oh my god. What? I have not seen this episode!
Have you not seen that?
I haven't
It's a good episode.
Oh, it might be one of the newer ones.
I don't think it's that new.
It's from 2003.
2014. Yeah.
I don't think I've
it's a
seen
good
anything
episode.
since that, but yeah.
Oh.
It's got Weird Al in it.
Ah.
But it doesn't actually tell me the name of the characters in it.
I don't think he was an amazing character though.
I know nothing about him.
No,
I'd say maybe
I don't.
D
That's fair.
or E. I don't think he's in many episodes.
Yeah. Then again, for it being 2003, I don't think they showed that over here, or at least on my side.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
of
you might
course.
not have in Texas, to be fair, yeah.
Oh.
Let's not forget Texas. That's a bad thing in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Right, what is it?
Especially
Pan?
Texas.
Especially Texas, yeah.
Yeah,
Pan Kodos.
yeah,
That's
King.
it.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah, I like them.
I generally put them in Triple S just because they're just so funny.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like those oddball characters like the Mole Man, where when you see them, you know you're just gonna be laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And being aliens as well, they also are never like overused because there's no point in overusing them because they're aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jeff was my age in 2003. What an old man.
Oh wait, has my chat died? Am I just not really seeing chat?
He said I was 23 years old, probably drunk.
Oh my god, both of my chats have died. My chat on my phone and on my OBS.
Oh no.
Oh.
I was 23 years and probably drunk.
I was. Let's see, how old was I?
2003, I would have been 4. And not 4, 14.
Oh.
I would have been 4, guys.
I was
14.
4.
You were 4.
Yeah, I was 20, and that was the year I went to Japan.
I keep doing these things, right, where I like have in my head the year, and then I'll type in the last letter of the year. So when I wrote that message the other day in Negative Vibes, it hasn't been 7 years, which I've read, yesterday, and it was like, I wrote that completely wrong. It was 5 years, it happened in 2017, and I just had the 7 in my head and went, 7, that's the number I need to prep. And that's what I just literally did. That's literally what I just did. Right. Oh, we're gonna put him with Jimbo, aren't we? Whoop.
Yeah.
Kent Brockman. I like Kent Brockman, but he is kind of sometimes overused. I'd put him in an A or a B. Like, he can be funny, and sometimes he's just like...
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to say C or B, honestly. I don't think he's that funny.
I was thinking kind of a B myself.
B seems to be
B,
the
then.
underlying agreement there.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, I can see you
My house
now.
is dead.
Mm-hmm.
I can see you bitch about Krusty some more if you want. Millhouse's dad. He's called Kirk, isn't he?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Ah?
I didn't care.
Yeah, he's average.
Yeah, he's pretty C. I mean, that's his joke as well, is that he's
Pretty C.
pretty average.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Edna. I loved her so much. It made me cry when her voice actress died and they had to retire her. Especially because they were just getting to a point where they were gonna expand on her character and stuff. It was really fucking sad.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'd put her in an A.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The music teacher. I don't even remember the music teacher doing much. I'd put him
He
in
kind
an E.
It's more like
Yeah,
when
he
they have like some sort of fucking musical event with Lisa or whatever, and he.
Yeah, I put him
Yeah.
in with the other teacher because like he genuinely just doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't. He was more of a background character when the teachers did their strike.
Yeah.
I'd also
Isn't he supposed to
put
be gay as well or something? I know that doesn't really matter, but
That I don't
maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I'd also put her in E because she's basically the same as this character, just didn't date Bart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lawyer though, I'd put in D because I quite like it when the lawyer shows up,
Uh-huh.
but he is
He's
also
great.
very forgettable.
Yeah. But he's the best yes man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next to Smithers.
Oh yeah, but Smithers is fucking amazing. I don't
I
remember.
like one of the mob guys at one
Yeah.
of Fat Tony's thingy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's with Fat
It's pretty
Tony.
forgettable, though. I'd put in an E or something, honestly.
Yeah. He doesn't really
Maybe
too
maybe
much.
even F.
Fair. Like, I genuinely, the other mobsters, I don't remember anything about them. They just literally follow Fat Tony around. That's literally all they ever do.
Yeah.
Yeah, or in the episode where he Bart works for them and they're trying to like show off to this other higher end mob boss. Bart wasn't there, he made one and it was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
There's
just
a
another
boss
random
friend,
quid. Yeah, just another random kid.
Quid.
Mhm.
Quid. I did say quid, to be fair. I'd put him in E because, like, genuinely, I don't remember
Yeah.
any funny things he's ever done. He's not one of the main
No, he hasn't
boys.
He's just there.
Yeah. Is she a lawyer? The one in pink?
Don't
She's
think
not
she's a
like a-
lawyer. I think
She's
she's
not a realtor or something.
yeah, like like tour guide or something.
I can't remember her name, to be honest. Oh, maybe a tour guide. Oh, she's just one of those rich women.
Something like that. She was E tier because she was so. We don't even remember her.
Yeah,
really.
I don't even know what to write into fucking Google to figure out who she is.
Simpsons blonde lady. That's what I'm looking up.
Oh my god! As soon as gonna find himself a Simpsons waifu.
Found her. Her name is Lindsay Nigel.
Well, doesn't even ring a bell.
Yeah, she's the. She's just the business lady.
What was her name?
Lindsay
Lindsay Nigel.
It was Nigel, right? I haven't even coming up with anything.
Yeah, I literally just typed in Simpsons blonde lady and she was the first one.
Oh my god, please. Simpsons blonde lady. Oh, it's because I spelled Nigel wrong, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she works for, she works for the studio that makes Itchy and Scratchy.
Yeah.
She once dated Ned Flanders,
Right.
apparently, but I feel like everyone fucking dated Ned Flanders at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's just like the executive CEO type.
Yeah.
Definitely E. Oh, I love this guy.
Lionel
What's his
Hurts.
name?
Yeah.
Lionel Hutz.
Hurts. I'd
That's
put him
her.
at A. I think he's funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's funny. I could be.
Yeah,
Does that mean I win?
I genuinely can take or leave Lisa. I don't think she's as funny as Bart. I think she's like a B. Like, I genuinely, her stories tend to annoy me more often than entertain me. And a lot of the time when she's being a dick, like, she's morally in the right, so the episode ends with everyone agreeing or apologizing to her, but no one ever calls her out for being a dick on what she did in the first place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when she ruined the barbecue and whatnot because she's a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, this is the thing, like, this is one of my big things with history in general, is, like, everyone remembers the suffragettes and the people that do like really crazy, like they'll remember those climate protesters who like the kind of people that ran on the track at the F1 race to like nearly kill themselves, you know. But they don't actually realize that it's people that do these things behind the scenes and change people's minds with reasonable discussions, you know, and being rational that actually change things. The suffragettes nearly ruined the women's movement in the UK. They didn't help it. World War I came up before they could completely ruin it, and the women had to go to work in the fields and the factories, and that's what won us the vote. The suffragettes made everyone believe that women were fucking batshit crazy, you know, and I feel that is Lisa as well. And like, when Marge tries to tell her that, you know, you need to step back and, you know, be quiet and listen and do stuff backwards, she just sits there and go, oh, well, that's why you're a housewife. And I'm like, that's a fucking shitty thing to say to someone, you know, especially your own mother.
Yeah.
So I'd put her in
I'd put her in
C.
C, honestly.
Yeah.
She's by far the weakest of the Simpsons.
Yeah. The one that can't talk does better.
This one go in with the other mobster because they're both basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mrs. Milhouse.
The former Mrs. Milhouse.
I genuinely, actually, she's an asshole character, but I quite like that they have, like, a realistic toxic ex in it, you know?
Yeah.
Like she genuinely is a horrible person.
It's like a realistic divorce kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, like she can be cruel to Kirk for no reason. And then she like got rid of him and become like the biggest horn dog other than Ned Flanders. You know? And like at points you get to the point where they both just forget about Milhouse because they're so busy, you know, doing their own thing. But I genuinely think that makes her like a B tier because it's a little bit of realism that will be there for kids who actually have parents like that. Like
that's
she's one
a
of
good
the
argument for
she's one of the only characters that are there to like show the like nothing around her is ever usually funny. She comes in to make it very serious, and I feel like that she has a unique thing. I don't like her as a character because she's a cunt, but I feel like she deserves B because she is the only character of that kind of, you know, that is that way.
B tier for bitch. Got it.
You know my thoughts. I do remember the last time we did this, and you sent me Milhouse's mum
Oh my
corn.
god, yeah.
Right. You guys talk about the pizza guy. I'm gonna go and grab a drink quickly because I haven't had a drink since my monitor stopped working, and I need to have a drink. I will be back in a sec.
Yeah.
Alright.
And by drink, does Anna mean like water and squash or vodka?
That'll be water. I don't mind the pizza guy. He doesn't have much though, does he?
He was just kind of there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like the stereotypical Italian guy, I guess, isn't he?
Yeah. So,
oh my god, Jeff.
Yeah, probably
Yeah, ERF, probably, honestly.
I would put him in F. Jeff, are you sending Anna more of that porn to her?
What a troll.
Drinking extra sweet tea. Jeff, it's actually better just to eat a block of sugar at that point.
Tea's sweet enough as it is.
Yeah, well, just for us, the way we do sweet tea, it's literally like a pound of sugar for every ounce.
I do not know what that means. Really? Well, I usually have like I used to have like 2 teaspoons in a cup of tea. I have like 1 now.
100 teaspoons for a small cup.
What?
Yeah, that's American sweet tea for you.
That's just sugar in a cup.
I know, that's why I said it.
What the
It's like
fuck?
you're better off just eating a pound of sugar. Yeah, it's like a little bit of water and then it's sludge. Because
Jesus
that's much sugar.
Christ. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how Americans are even alive.
Fight. No, it just... That's why I don't like sweet tea either.
Yeah. I don't really drink tea anyway, to be honest. I just have coffee. Unless it's warm, obviously, like it is today.
Like, I like tea. It's just... I don't want... I only get
I don't
sweet
mind it.
tea if it's, like, if I put the sugar in, or if it's just something where it's like, okay, it's a little bit of sugar from, like, the syrup that they added to it. Like, oh, you want a peach tea? Here you go.
I put some chips on as well, because I'm going to have chips and gravy, I think.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh my
Like
god, I
6
sent
teaspoons, that is
another.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my fucking god,
porn.
Jeff! Oh my fucking god, what is wrong with you?
Are they actually naked?
No. They're from in the episodes. It's when she's like dressed up in like a squirrel outfit, and the other one's when she's in a bubble suit.
Oh. Just a furry.
Doesn't surprise me, he's a seal.
I mean, his daughter is a furry, to be fair.
Yeah, his daughter sounds amazing. I love Jeff's daughter. I love Jeff's family. Jeff's family is pretty awesome. They would
Yeah.
be, though, having a dad like Jeff.
Troll of a dad.
Best troll.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been craving, like, chips and gravy when I've been going to bed recently. And so I'm gonna make some chips, and then if we've got gravy, get some gravy. If not, then just put some fucking cheese on them.
Brown gravy?
Yeah.
Boys.
Oh, okay.
We don't tend to have white gravy here.
Oh, yeah, I figured that's just a white gravy is just a American thing, but yeah, brown gravy, and if you said maybe some cheese?
Only if I don't have gravy. I wouldn't do both.
Oh, if
'Cause
you did
I-
both, that's poutine in Canada.
I make my gravy too stodgy and too strong to have, like, cheese on top of it as well.
I think
I-
gravy's the best.
It is, but I feel like cheese would just make me feel sick on top of that, you know?
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We
Sounds
do
like
actually have white gravy down in the West Country as well. We have a special white gravy that we do down here, but I don't tend to use that. I just have normal.
Oh, I don't tend to see it. I don't think that's really a northern thing.
No, we do a lot of gravy-based stuff in the West Country. Like, if anything, West Country cooking is much more like American cooking than anywhere else in the UK.
That's where it would have come from.
Probably, I mean, to be fair, we did set off from the Mayflower Steps down here in Plymouth.
Yeah.
Right, where are we putting...
I can blame you for the American way of thinking then.
Yeah. Just the thing is, we're actually quite a, open and caring society down here as well. Like, I was talking to my F1 friend the other day, and he was like, oh, someone said hello to me, when I was in the shop, and I was like, and he was like, that's weird. I was like, in the West Country, you literally say hello to everyone. You don't have to know them. Like you'll be walking down the street, and someone will pass you, be like, hey, and you'll be like, hey, and like, if you're a dog walker, you end up just talking to every other dog walker, and every child will come up to pet your dog, like, genuinely in the West Country, we're just very polite and very, like, we'll talk to anyone.
To be
So
fair,
it's
it's
like,
the same. It's the same where I am in Stoke and Newcastle
yeah,
on the line.
maybe it's just smaller places. Like, I'm a small city. Like, I never got it when I was growing up because it was the only city I really knew. But there's no real big cities other than Bristol in the West Country. But, like, when you go to, like, big cities, like, London, obviously, being the big one. But, like, even when I went to Portsmouth, it was a little different. Like, everyone was busy, no one had time for you. Here in Plymouth, like, you
Yeah.
literally could just, like, and shops as well. You can literally walk into a shop and ask a shopkeeper or, like, a sales assistant anything you want, and they'll have a fucking conversation with you, you know? You try that anywhere where it's, like, manically busy, like in London and stuff, they'd probably hit you and be like, get out. We don't have time for you.
Yeah, there's no like big.
No,
Yeah, there's no like big cities. There's no like big cities near me, except unless you go like to Manchester, which is like an hour away. So
yeah, Bristol's like 2 hours. Like us, Exeter, Newquay, Truro, Taunton. We're like the big cities in the West Country. If you don't go up to like the Gloucester area, I think it's Gloucester. I can't remember what the next one up is. Like Bristol is genuinely the biggest city, and it's the first one before you get to the actual West Country. The rest of us are like very small, very like. I mean, we are big. Like, I don't like saying we're small cities because we are big cities, but we're just not big in the sense of like Manchester, London, Liverpool, and places like that. You know, so like, as soon as we go to a city like that, it's like a different fucking world.
Yeah, like Again, yeah, it's just when you're in a bigger city, just not a metropolitan area.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the main difference. That's what I've noticed when I've been going around the various places I lived.
Yeah, I quite like for all the shit I give Plymouth, I do like Plymouth a lot. I wouldn't want to live anywhere bigger than Plymouth. I'd like to live somewhere smaller, like, you know, what's it called? Tavistock. I'd love to live somewhere like Tavistock. I'd never have the money to live in Tavistock, but I'd like to live in Tavistock. Tavistock is a tiny little, like, village/town in the West Country. It's where I go because they've got, like, a really good duck pond that has, like, 100 ducks in it every day. You can feed the ducks. But it's, like, it's very old-fashioned. It's, like, cobbled streets in some areas. Very old-fashioned, like, city centre. Like, they still have a pannier market that, you know, they just sell stalls to people and they just sell their shit in it. It's just very pretty. The same with Lou. Lou is a city built on a hill. Like, one of the things Lou is very famous for, other than its beach, is that they've, like, turned down every major supermarket. So they've got 2 co-ops in Lou, and that's it. Everything else is, you know, ran by people in the community. They've got, like, I don't know if they still got it, but they had, like, a butcher shop and everything still down there, like, family owned and all that shit. It's just very, you know, very nice place to be. Every time I say chips, it brings up the craving. Yeah.
$19 for 3 fish and chips doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, is that 3 meals, or is that like 3 bits of fish and some chips?
I think you mean 3 bits of fish.
You don't need 3 bits of chips if you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just 3 pieces of fish with some chips. Like 3 smaller pieces.
We usually have 1 bit of cod and then like a portion of chips.
That might be a bit expensive then, I suppose.
Yeah. If that's just one person's meal, that's really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, being a real English pub is gonna... Like, do you ever see me eat fish? Wow! Maybe don't eat so much, Jeff. Have you thought about that? Do you look like Barney in this bikini?
Have you considered chewing your food? Not eating it like a duck.
I mean, he's a seal. Have you seen seals eating?
Yeah, I know. I was just making a Simpsons quote, though.
Well, you've noticed from how I don't even know the basic names of some of these characters, my Simpsons knowledge isn't that great.
I know. One that was, they're like, Homer eats like a pig. He goes, I think he eats more like a duck. Pigs actually tend to chew.
Poor Homer. Not an option eating less. You keep losing weight. You keep losing weight in like a healthy way or an unhealthy way, though. That's the question, Jeff. Is it healthy or unhealthy? Right. Pizza guy.
Yeah, we just we just determined he was like that stereotypical Italian that like doesn't really do anything, so put him in F.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So I didn't know if either of you had like any feelings on them, but that was my feeling. The lunch lady, I like her. She's in one of my favorite Treehouse of Horror episodes where they start cooking the kids.
Yes. Lunch lady Dolores.
Well, I would say the highest she is like a C.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lurleen. I love Lurleen. I don't know where I'd rank her. I love Lurleen because she's a Dolly Parton take the piss, and I love Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton is one of my heroes.
I think she was only in 2 episodes.
I'm not. I wouldn't put her too high.
She was good for the episode that she like came in at, but after that,
Lurleen.
yeah.
It's just kind of annoying to me, to be honest. But I don't like that kind of music anyway.
She fell for yet another man who resembled Homer. Aww. I'd put her in D, probably.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She was good for the episode she came out in, but after that, that was basically that's all she was there for.
I love that music. One of the things I really love, Dolly. Like, even if you don't like her music, Dolly Parton is a wonderful human being. Like, just in general, like, no one can ever deny that Dolly Parton is one of the loveliest women you could ever hope to meet. And one of the things I loved is I watched The Orville, and there, so like, there's this race that have only males in their species, but it's kind of a lie. Like, they say it's very rare for a woman to be born, but they just change the sex of the child at birth. Some of them like escape, and like the head of the female division of them, she like comes with the team to Earth, and she's there like, oh, I can't wait to be more like, you know, you people, and women can create art and stuff. And he's like, you know, you can just like find, you know, anything about Earth women on the console. And she types a couple things in, and Dolly Parton comes up. So like their war cry ends up being 9 to 5 by fucking Dolly Parton. And then in the episode where because there is a kid on board the ship who had their sex changed, and then they changed it back. And she went to see them and got kidnapped. And, like, this woman was like, I'm not going to tell you what's going on. I'm not saying anything because, you know, she agreed to die for the cause because, you know, we need to have the women being safe and stuff. And the way they made her change her mind was literally sticking her in a simulation room with Dolly Parton. And the real Dolly Parton was in the episode, and she was amazing, and I loved her. And I cried because Dolly Parton is just amazing. I want to go to Dollywood. I want to go to Tennessee anyway. Like, some of my favorite wrestlers are from Tennessee. I just want to go to Tennessee. Oh, it's like one of the music capitals in America, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's where all the, like, fucking country western singing, honky-tonk singing wrestlers come from, is Tennessee.
Yeah.
Fucking love them.
Yeah.
I taken this off of a completely different path. We're going on to Maggie. I put her in B because she doesn't do anything, but she's better than Lisa.
He hit her in the head with a mallet.
True. She has some good moments, but they're far and few between because there's not much you can really do with a baby that doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Like, I remember there was one where she went to daycare and they took her dummy from her. And she led the revolt to get the fucking dummies back and shit.
Yeah.
But like, as I said, like, it's far and few between, and you can't do much when she doesn't talk. So, but she manages still to be better than Lisa, though.
Yeah. I like how in when they showed like the future stuff and whatnot, and every time Maggie would talk, they would stop and have something happen.
Yeah.
And Homer would just comment, "It's like, does that kid ever shut up?"
Amazing barbecue and fried chicken. Oh my god, I want to go to Tennessee even more. If I ever get over my agoraphobia and become a famous Twitch streamer and can afford to go to Tennessee, would you and your family come to meet me in Tennessee, Jeff, and show me around where you know? Could this be a family outing? Could I meet the whole of family Jeff and Bama? Abu's wife. I have no real feelings towards her. She had some episodes when she first come in that kind of felt like they were trying to, like, teach people about Hindu faith and things like that. And then she kind of just reverted to being one of the women.
Very much. I don't think there's anything special about her.
No, I put her in E.
What were you going to say, Asuna?
I was thinking more like C or D myself, but she doesn't really do a whole lot other than have his, like, 18 million kids, huh?
No, as I said, like, it felt when they brought her in that they were going to make, like, you know, they were going to introduce us more to the Hindu faith and stuff, and then she kind of got forgotten. She's been a bit of a bitch in some of the newer episodes I've seen, but, like, nothing to really stand out. I don't mind putting her in D. That wouldn't bother me, but, like, I'd have to watch more episodes about her, because most of the episodes I see her in, she's just one of the women. I'll put her in D.
Yeah. I'll be right back again.
Okie dokie. Marge. I put Marge in A. Nice opinion, Asuna. Oh my god, are you having a stroke or something?
No. I was making agreeable. I was making agreeable noises while I was drinking.
Oh.
I think she's all right overall. She's got an interesting character and history and the way she does stuff.
Yeah, she's had some good moments. Like, I liked learning about how she likes to paint. I liked the fact that every man wants to marry her is quite funny. Like the things where she goes up with Mr. Burns and with the dorky guy, they're quite fun. I like that they make it okay to be a housewife as well. Like she has those moments where she does her own thing, like when she gets her own shop and when she goes into the police. But like they always revert to it's okay if, you know, you can afford to be at home to be a housewife, you know, and to look after the kids. I like that message because it's something I feel that's getting lost a little bit now because people are so up in arms that women have to be equal. I'm like, that's true, but it's still okay for the women who want to be housewives to be housewives. And it's okay for men who want to be house husbands to be house husbands. You know, looking after the kids and looking after the home is a whole, you know, job in itself. And I like that they show that. They don't, like, sometimes they make Francine in Family Guy just seem like she's doing nothing. Not Family Guy, in, American Dad. Seem like she just doesn't do anything at all. She's just there to be pretty. Whereas Marge actually gets stressed out. She actually looks after the kids. When she's not there to look after the kids, they show how Homer struggles to look after the kids. Which shows how much she actually does for the kids, you know?
Yeah. And they did show in the episode with Frank Scorpio, they did show that when the kids are at school and she has nothing to do, she turned to day drinking.
Yeah. I'd put her in B. Or A. I think I said A originally, and now I'm saying B.
I'm good with either of those two.
Right, we're gonna put her in A before Sean comes back. With his anti-Marge propaganda. I don't know if he likes Marge or not, to be fair. I can't remember from the last tier list. This tier list is probably gonna look so different from the last tier list as well.
You'll go back and look, it's like, oh, everything got flip-flopped.
Martin. I think Martin is an A. I like Martin. I like that he's a nerd. I like that he's unapologetically a nerd. I like that he takes the bullying, you know, face on. He has some really funny moments. I really like Martin. I'd put him at an A.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah. He does a good job with what he does, and I really like the Camp Krusty one episode. They're like, imitation gruel. 9 out of 10 orphans can't tell that it's imitation. And he's just, and after they take over, he's just eating. He's like, delicious gruel.
I love Martin.
Yeah,
I do think, going back to what I was just saying about this being different, I've seen The Simpsons. You know, like, I've been binge watching on and off for the last, like, however long Disney Plus has been on The Simpsons episodes. I think the first time I did this, I hadn't watched The Simpsons properly in so long. So, like, I watched more episodes with these characters in now, so that might be why my opinion is so fucking different. I don't remember this guy.
He was a doctor. The main episode I remember him being in was he was doing family therapy, and he basically hooked up the entire family.
Oh, to the electric chair thing, yeah?
Yeah, and it's like, all right, everyone could shock everyone. Yeah.
I'd put him in E then, because I genuinely, until you said that, I didn't remember, and I don't think I've seen him in much else other than that episode.
Well, he's also a dead character now, after, like, the second season.
Well, definitely then. But that episode was actually quite good. Don't they, like, drive him to believe that, you know, they can't be helped? Like, every family can be helped, and then in the end he's like, you guys can't be helped, get out of my sight!
Yeah, then he's like, hey, your commercial said if we can't have family bliss, you would pay us. Where's my money?
Fantastic.
Yep. And then that's how they got family bliss.
Ned's first wife. Is it Maud? No, it's not Maud, is it?
I want to say yes, but I am not sure. I don't even remember how she died.
Maud, that's it, Maud. They were at a football game and Homer hits her with one of those, Homer stood in front of her to get one of those t-shirts from the t-shirt gun, and then at the last minute when they hit it, he like ducks down and she's holding a tray and she gets hit and falls off the back of the stand.
Yeah.
I don't really know why, but I've read that they got rid of her because they couldn't come to an agreement with a contract signing on how much she wanted to be paid or something like that.
No.
Welcome back. We're on
Hey.
Maud Flanders.
Oh,
I'd put her
he's
in
alright.
D. Like, she was only there for like 2 seasons, maybe 3.
Yeah, I'd agree with D.
Yeah.
Around, she talked a bit, but she didn't do a whole lot outside of dying.
Well, this is the problem. I feel like season 1, 2, 3, and 4 were kind of like mainly about The Simpsons, and then there were other people around that they annoyed. By the time they started going into everyone's backstories and giving them their own episodes, she was dead. You know, she never got that chance. She has shown up a couple times since then as like a ghost and stuff, but like she's just been dead. You know, that's it. She's just dead. Sideshow Mel. I like Sideshow Mel. I'd put him in a C or a B. I think he is quite funny.
No.
He's no Sideshow Bob, but he is alright.
Yeah, I go see a B.
We'll go see. He can stand there with the dinner lady. Millhouse! Come on, he looks like you. Have an opinion on Millhouse sooner.
He's alright. I think he can be funny. I don't think he's as good as Bob.
And yeah, he's
I'm
like
gonna say
our
a B,
sidekick at
Yeah.
the best of times. I think it's C or D because I have no real strong opinions of him either way.
I put him in C. Like, for what he
Yeah,
is
it's
just meant to be Bart's best friend, but he has some moments, like anything with his mum and dad can be quite heartbreaking. Like, he's very meme-worthy as well. He has some of the best one-liners that they give to characters.
Yeah.
Like, every time... I have episodes in my head, and every time I try to talk about them, they go out of my head, but there have been some quite decent Millhouse episodes, to be fair. Mo is A or S. I love Mo.
Mo Sizlak is great.
No, it's an S.
Yeah, Mo's lovely. I love Mo. I feel so bad for him
Look at that face.
And then like you feel bad for him, and then he does something shitty anyway, and you're like, oh, it's just Mo though, ain't it?
Yeah.
Is that Homer's mum?
Homer's mum,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Homer's mum. I don't really remember much about Homer's mum. I'd put her in D.
Yeah, dearie. She's only. Then she's like a convict, isn't she? And she like runs away, basically.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all that happens. So
Yeah.
it's kind of not been a great mom to Homer.
The monkey.
Don't remember the monkey really
Which
doing.
monkey? Is the monkey the one that that's on like the Krusty show?
Yeah.
Is that, yeah.
Right.
I thought it was there with like, in the whole Krusty thing, but it was just kind of like a background thing.
Yeah, I think he is like. He's more like in the behind the scenes Krusty bits.
I'm going to the expert. We're going back to Kudu. We'll move on until Kudu sees that. Right.
Who the heck is that?
She's
the name is Mojo.
she's the one that
Yeah.
married Homer in the episode where Homer and Ned go off and get married in Vegas. Or maybe she married
I don't
Ned.
remember.
It,
Oh
Probably
yeah.
Ned.
Oh, that was the other episode Daedric Tatum was in.
fair.
Yeah.
I put her in an F. Like, she's forgettable.
Yeah.
She was
I
just
don't
meant to
even
be like
remember,
a
so.
skanky person that they met and then married, and it was meant to be haha funny, and I was like, it's not really haha funny though, is it? It's just kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ned! Stupid Sexy Flanders. It's literally Stupid Sexy Flanders as well.
Yeah. So Triple S. No.
I mean, it nearly fits. Triple S.
Almost.
Yeah.
I'd put him or S or A. Like, I really love everything he does with Homer. I put a meme, I think, in memes the other day when they run something out over and Homer's there like, I hope it's Flanders. And Flanders there in the car with him just glares at him.
It's
Yeah.
like, still here is like, I regret something.
I
Yeah,
genuinely...
ARS.
Yeah, and he's had some, like, really sad episodes, like the one where Homer sabotages the left-hand store and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
The Leftorium.
yeah. I really like Ned, to be honest.
Yeah,
Nelson.
he was a good character.
He continues to be a good character. He's just a good being.
Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Nelson Muntz.
Wait a minute, that's important. Jeff, where do you want Krusty's monkey? Where do you want Mojo? Seeing Krusty is just F. Actually, you know what? Krusty doesn't
Wait, hold
deserve
on.
F tier.
Hold on. There's.
oh,
Oh wait, no. There's two monkeys. There's Mr. Teeny and then there's Mojo.
he's in a Krusty tier.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is the Mr. Teeny. That's the crusty one.
Oh, Mr. Teeny, right. Right, this has got to be a green color, right?
Yeah, Mojo's a different monkey. That's the one that was helping Apu when he like broke his leg or something.
There you go. Nelson. I like Nelson. Nelson's quite fun. I wouldn't say he's like
Yeah.
top tier, but
It's
I'd
probably the
say
same as
B.
the other bullies to me, honestly. Well, maybe B, I guess. I guess it's a little bit better.
Well, he had that whole storyline where he was like in love with Lisa and stuff.
Yeah, there's that.
And he has the sad story about his dad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel they used Nelson a little bit more in like serious stories, which is why I'd probably put him in a B above Jimbo and Kearney. I know they have
Yeah.
done some things with Kearney recently, with like him having a kid and all that, but I feel like Nelson has become like an important part of like the main cast, and I do appreciate
Yeah.
the ha-has.
Mhm, yeah,
Literally.
Exactly. Ha-ha!
yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
Okay,
that could be.
Right. I am gonna quickly go and get my chips out of the oven. I will be back again. Asuna, hold down the
Right.
fort.
I'm being
it's-
trusted with stuff. This is going
That's
to
for
go
the nerdy
terribly.
kids.
Uh,
I don't have much of an opinion of those like nerdy kids that went to school with Homer or whatever.
I think that was the only episode they were in. So they were just there, and Homer bullied them into doing like Revenge of the Nerds shit. When the dean was actually pretty cool about it, about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like E or F tier because they were just kind of there for the episodes they were in.
Yeah.
F. Homer
Okay,
basically
F.
bullied them into everything. When they tried to help, he like wake him up to finish studying. He'd like punch him,
Yeah.
and then they hacked his grades for him. So
It'll be F tier.
F or E, probably more F, because they were just kind of there, and they almost killed a guy because of Homer. Well, Homer ran him over. Yeah, I'd put him more F tier. And I can't see who's next after them. Oh, that's the bus driver guy.
No, wasn't there's one in between that though?
Is there?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Like with his arms up or something.
Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah, there is. I don't.
I don't know who that is.
You have to scroll down a little bit because yeah.
Yeah. The bus driver's Otto, when he. That's his name.
Yeah, Otto. I like Otto.
Oh, I like Otto. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
The token weed smoker that can't get any other job than bus driving.
Mm-hmm. It's like, well, I don't got my ID, but I got my name on my underwear. It's like, oh, this ain't my underwear.
Hey, who's driving the bus?
Mm-hmm. I like how he keeps failing his driving test, but he gets it because he tells Selma that, yeah, I'm here to staple my license to Homer Simpson's big fat head. Oh. Okay. I think I need to make sure I get Coke instead of Pepsi from now on.
Right.
Well, I ordered some groceries get delivered, and they didn't have any Coke, but so I was like, all right, I'll just get a Pepsi instead. A 2-liter of Pepsi is much harder to drink than a 2-liter of Coke.
Yeah. I do like Pepsi, but I find Coke a bit easier to drink if you're drinking a lot of it.
Yeah, because Pepsi is a lot sweeter, so that's why. Like, I don't know if they did it over where you guys are, but they were doing a taste test over here, being like, oh, everyone preferred the taste of Pepsi than they did the Coke. Yet, Pepsi sales did not go up. Yeah, they're like, why? And they found out because, yeah, it's sweeter, so that means in a taste test it works great, but in long period, drinking it, like, over a 2-liter in a day, it's harder, and people don't like that. But I drink diet soda, so I don't care as much, but I'd rather have it.
I just drink.
We're not sponsored by Coke, but hey, we're listening. Coke, if you're listening.
Telling me full address and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just drink Fanta Zero, to be honest.
If we had Fanta Zero over here, I'd get it.
You know, I'd
Or
like a no sugar Fanta.
I have not seen one at at my store, but I will double check.
Yeah, we get like usually buy the 24 pack, and I just drink that. If I don't have coffee anyway.
Yeah, like Fanta Zero 2-liter, no longer available. So I have never seen it actually at my store. Oh yeah, I'd like to have a diet Fanta. But
I find it nicer than normal Fanta, to be honest.
yeah, I just prefer diet nowadays. Anyways, it's not as sweet, and I don't get fatter from it. Well, when I first went from like regular soda to diet, I lost 15 pounds.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan. I never liked the taste of Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi or anything, to be honest. So
I didn't care for it either at first, but then my dad bought like Pepsi Zero or Max or whatever it is that one, and I drank it. I was like, oh, this is terrible. They goes, here, try this, and I just drank it without looking, and it was a Diet Mountain Dew. It's like, this is actually pretty good. And that's what I kind of just started going for it. Then when like, okay, I want a regular soda, and I'd go get one. It was like, this is way too sweet. What'd they do? So yeah, I'll just stick to diet. And I know there are people who are like, oh, diet, it's just as bad. It was like, yeah, but which one do I want? The one that will give me cancer or the one that'll make me fat? What's a little cancer?
Like a true American.
Yeah. I mean, there is this sweetener that they use in like the Philippines and Asia and whatnot. I forget what it's called. I think it's aspartame or something. It was
Spartan.
Yeah, it's hey Punky. It's
hey, Punky.
What was it? Yeah, it sweetens very well like sugar does, but you use a lot less sugar. But like a scientist took like 1,000,000 times the recommended dose and like injected it in a rat, and the rat happened to get cancer. So they're like, oh, we can't have that.
Whoa.
Yeah. We still get a Spartan. It's called a Spartan.
Yeah.
You get that in like basically every diet drink.
Yeah. And welcome back, Anna.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we were talking about soda, then it went over to like the sugars and everything.
Yeah.
How's your chips?
Nice. I made a bit too much gravy though. And being next to a boiling kettle and the oven just made me ridiculously warm. Hey, Punky.
It's fucking boiling here. It's 31°C.
Where did we place the clown? In awful tier.
He's right here.
Where he belongs. I think that scared Jeff away as well. I think he died.
We killed Jeff with a heart attack. Awful tier! Right, so Homer's nerds. I also fed my pets an hour too fucking early, but they're fed. I thought it was
so they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just said that it's like F, probably.
Yeah, it was like E or F, but they were only in like one episode, and they failed at saving the guy that Homer was going to run over.
Yeah, that kind of forgettable and pointless.
Yeah, they were just there. Okay. Did Kudu ever message you back?
Let's have a look. No. He might be visiting. Well, we'll get to the end of the tier list, and then we'll put him in ourselves. I feel like it's going to be SSS tier. I didn't say the thing yet. What thing am I meant to say? I meant to say something?
I don't know.
Is it because it's Thursday?
Roll a whole loss.
Fuck you, Punky. I said hello when I sat down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your birthday! Happy birthday, Punk! I don't know why I thought it was on Sunday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
To be fair, I've had such a bad day, I don't even know what date it is today. I nearly had a fucking panic attack and would have probably had to have gone to the hospital if I didn't get this screen working. Anyway, old man with his pants down.
Go down, I can't see it. I don't even know who it is.
I think he's only in one episode. He's like, well, no. He's one of the old men in the retirement home. And he does this one thing where he pulls down his pants and starts singing, and that's like it.
Probably have to, because
I don't
they're forgettable.
Yeah, I don't. I think I know which guy you're talking about, but I don't remember him ever doing that. So.
Oh, it was at least a.
Yeah, I got him. Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, Otto's great.
Oh my god, this gravy is so fucking good. Patty and Selma. Patty and Selma, I'd put in C or B.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I like them. Yeah, I like that one of them's gay as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you not know that?
No.
I always forget which one though. I mean, they are twins. I think it's Selma.
Well, because I know one of them married Sideshow Bob, and then he tried to do the killing thing. I know one of them dated Hans Moleman and was like, no. Another one married one of the actor guys and then left because he wanted he married her to boost his career. And that's about all I remember.
Yeah, I think there's a whole episode about it. Like, I think Cherry was telling me the other day, like, it's one where, like, and Marge doesn't, like, accept it at first. Well, she was, like, accepting of, like, gay people, but, like, if it's within the family, she's like, eh.
Yeah.
I don't remember the episode, like, massively, but...
I don't remember it either, but it was an interesting way of going with them, to be honest.
Yeah, because they're always, like, obviously, just those two, and, like, kind of lonely, not getting many relationships and stuff like that, so, like, taking one of them that way.
Mm-hmm.
But also, even in the episodes where they're getting married and stuff, they have that whole thing that them two do everything in their lives together because they are twins. So it's always kind of sad when, you know, they have those moments where they're like, but I'm going to be lonely now because you've got someone and I don't. And they're like, you're my sister. Of course I'm going to always be there for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Poochie. I remember Poochie.
Poochie was part of the Itchy and Scratchy stuff.
Yep.
And Homer was his voice actor.
Well done, Asuna.
Yeah.
Sure, right, yeah. To be fair, thank you, Asuna. I didn't even remember that.
Oh, wait, did you not know that?
No, I didn't remember that. I probably knew, but I don't remember what they did or what.
Yeah, he was just in like an episode.
Yeah, there's in an episode. It was one of those things where, like, we need an edgy, cool character with attitude.
Yeah.
I think I do remember it now.
Yeah, and then
talking about it.
Everyone hated him, and they're like, okay, we have to kill you. And then Homer refused it. Then they're like, okay, I must go, for my planet needs me. And that's how that meme kind of came about.
I genuinely think he is like, his episode was really funny, but it was an episode. Any other time they've ever brought it back, he's been forgettable. But that one episode was fine.
Mm-hmm. I put him at like an E.
Yeah. Matt Quimby. I feel like Matt Quimby has Asuna vibes.
I'm a little offended, but it's so damn true. Did you know I'm running to be mayor?
You do a fucking bad job of whoever's in charge right now, probably.
Yeah, but I'm gonna base everything I do and say as Mayor Quimby.
You'd get in. That's what Trump did.
I'd give him a C or a B.
I quite like him. I'd give him a C. He's had some funny moments. I feel like he's very much a character they put in there for the adults more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm going to dress as him for Halloween one year. I just have to actually get like the suit thing, but not be super expensive.
I mean, it's only a blue suit, mate.
Oh, I know. But the blazer costs more than anything else, or the jacket.
No, to be fair, they
Yeah.
tend to.
Mm-hmm. Like, I can get a red tie, I can get the blue, I got like black shoes that he wears, but the pants and the shirt, those can go pretty cheap, but it's just the jacket that's going to cost the most.
You gotta get the sash as well.
Instead of saying mad, though, it has to say pervert.
Horny.
Horny on Maine. I'd put him in an A. I quite like him. I feel like I said I'd put him in a C, and now I'm saying I'm putting him in an A.
No, I'd go B, honestly.
That's fair.
B or A, but yeah, let's go B.
But my brain is being fried by the C, obviously. I don't know what I'm saying from one second to another. Krusty's dad. I quite like Krusty's dad. I'd put him in a C.
Definitely better than Krusty.
That I knew. Oh, because
Yeah,
Krusty is
C.
Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His dad learns to like accept him being a clown because he didn't want him to be a clown. That's his whole story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's usually there when like Lisa's up to something and Reverend Lovejoy doesn't agree with her, so she runs off to him to be the Jewish voice, and then we'll run off to Apu to be the Hindu voice, you know.
Uh-huh. I didn't hear what I wanted. I'm gonna go find someone that...
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Ralph is SSS
Ralph
tier.
S. Yeah.
Right at the top.
Definitely.
Ralph is my favorite character. He's always funny. I've cried because his character's so sweet.
I'm in danger.
And he has a flute stuck up his nose.
Yes.
SSS tier.
Yeah, that's the best way to play it.
I know.
Me fail English. That's impossible.
Christy's dad is, you know... I mean, he'd probably be somewhere with Homer's mum, seeing he's also a, convict. Not on the run, though. I feel this guy's in E. He's basically the same as all the other kids we've
And the
got in
other
there.
kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Todd?
I think that's his name. I just know that's one of his kids.
I don't remember which one of which.
I don't remember which one is which, and I don't remember the second name.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
Oh, Rod.
Oh,
That is
Rod.
Todd, and Rod's the tall one.
Rod's the older one. Wait, which is the older one?
The one we're doing now is Rod.
Alright, Rod. I actually like the kids. I think they're quite funny. I like when Marge goes and babysits them and they've got that fucking Jesus game they get her to play. It's interesting because it's kind of like a look into what kids kind of like will end up if they have to follow their parents' belief blindly kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like they're not bad characters, but sometimes they say and do dumb things because that's just how they were raised. And a lot of their episodes tend to be, you know, other characters having to be like, actually, you know, you shouldn't think that way or act that way, you know? So I do find them quite interesting. I'd put them in a B, both of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't mind them. And they're definitely better than fucking Lisa.
Yeah.
Hey, there's the judge!
Yeah.
That's the good judge.
That's the one I was looking for.
Does anyone remember his name?
No.
Oh, Kate said it earlier.
Uh,
It is
Judge
Schneider.
Schneider,
Yeah.
there you go.
Roy Schneider.
I'd put him in D. When he's in the episodes, I quite like him. When he's just there for the sake of being there, he's forgettable.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like him.
yeah.
DLC maybe.
Put him in D.
Oh.
Isn't she her mum?
I don't remember.
I have a feeling she might be.
I know she's one of Marge's friends, but But
She's a
she
cool
actually
friend,
does.
though. We have basically... Well, we haven't said fuck Lisa. We put her in C. We don't like that she's condescending.
Okay, her name is Ruth Powers.
Yeah, so she's Laura Powers' mum then.
Mm-hmm.
She's had some interesting moments with Marge. I'd put her in D. She's kind of like... I've never seen her used a lot, but what she's in, she's interesting.
Oh yeah, she was their neighbor, and then the whole Thelma and Louise thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was good for the episode she was in, but they only used her a little after that.
There's a character they could have fucking used a lot because she was really cool. She was like the complete opposite of the other women in Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was more interesting.
Yeah, that's why I want to put her in D.
Yeah, daughter Laura Powers. Oh, her daughter is Laura Powers, but they haven't stated who the father of that kid is.
No, because I think they mentioned it, and she was like, he was a deadbeat, and that was basically it.
Yeah. Yeah, she was an interesting character for when she was around, but she's not around all that often.
No. I love this gravy so much, guys.
In Texas, gravy is a beverage.
I mean, if I didn't make this so fucking thick, I could drink this. I put it in a cup. Because I didn't want my chips to get soggy. So I put it in a cup to dip it in. But
that's the best way to do it.
It's very stodgy, so I don't think I could drink it. I might make myself ill if I tried to drink it as well.
Yeah, don't do that.
I could though. It's chicken gravy. So
Ooh.
very nice. Chickeny flavor. Right, we'll put her in D or C.
I'm thinking more D
Yeah.
because they haven't used her enough.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Is that Apu's brother? I think it's Apu's brother.
I think
Yeah, that's
so.
good.
I know I'd say E for him or something.
Yeah, I'll put him in here.
Hey, you want to know how I found who Ruth Powers was?
How?
Simpsons, Marge friend, red bandana.
Oh my god! I did literally say she was Laura Powers' mom. You could have looked for Laura Powers.
I know, but I was already typed it in when you said it. Like, yeah, that's Laura Powers' this kid, mom. I was like, yeah, but I already got this typed in.
I put him in E.
Oh,
He's
that's
funny
all
sometimes, but you know,
Yeah.
Santa's little helper. I'd put him in SSS tier. No, I wouldn't put him in SSS tier. He had a sad story. I quite like Santa's little helper at A tier for the dog.
Yeah.
Good boy. Good boy. Ralph's mum.
I think she's doing it that much.
She's not used all that often, yeah.
I'd put her in E, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
She just looks like Chief Wiggum in a wig.
Maybe that is a wig, and she has hair just like Ralph.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Yeah. Oh, and the watch it actually be the cop that you said that they were saying that might be his dad. That might be his uncle.
True.
Nepotism.
True.
No.
I mean, they all are bad at their jobs, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
The captain.
It's pretty funny.
What the
He's
fuck are you
either-
giggling at?
I'm remembering the episode where Homer lost his shit with him because they were like, "Yeah, it's an all-you-can-eat."
Oh my
was
god,
like, well,
yes.
yeah. And it's like, it's not all you can eat. You ran out of food. It's all you can serve.
Didn't they
And they
go to
settled down.
court?
Yeah, they went to court over it.
And they were like, were you fulfilled with how much you ate? And Homer was like, no, I was still hungry.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put him in BRA.
Yeah, I'd put him in B.
Yeah, B sounds good.
I don't know who this next character is. You're gonna have to look that one up as well.
No, I think I vaguely remember her, but I don't remember what she did.
I
I
What
don't
is
know
that
what her
she's
name
called?
is.
A phone, maybe? She has
I
a
don't know.
tattoo.
okay.
Grab random things as soon as gonna put it into the search.
He's gonna get all
Phone
that Simpsons
tattooed
porn that I've got.
Brunette lady.
Okay, she have no. This doesn't have red hair. Okay, character, brown hair.
Here we go. I mean, with all of this, they're obviously gonna go in F tier because we don't even fucking remember who they are.
Yeah, another one's the twins.
I just kind of want to see if he finds them, to be honest. It's part of me that just wants to see if he finds them. So, Punky, for a bit of, you know, a background on how crap my day's been, I was too depressed to get out of bed, got out of bed at 12:30, being like, right, my stream's gonna be in a bit, I gotta get up and stream, turned on my computer just to find out my monitor is broken, I couldn't get it to work, Sean couldn't help me get it to work, so then I had to buy a new one, and I've now dropped below £1,000 in my savings, which is depressing. And I want to cry. So I have one monitor, and it's really fucking hard to stream on one monitor. Right, the twins. How do you feel about the twins?
Meh. They're just there.
Oh, did you give
Yeah.
up on your search?
Oh no, I'm still looking.
I'd put him in E, to be honest.
Yeah,
Wait.
they didn't really do much.
Kind of with the rest of the kids.
Oh, I might have found her.
Oh. What's the name?
Double checking. That might be the. Double checking if that's the lady Mo dated.
Maybe.
Yeah, I just not getting a good picture.
Oh, it's definitely not this one.
Yeah, it's not Maya.
No.
We're on the hunt now. We need to know. Where are we? That wasn't what I wanted. Is Around S or R.
Not sure. I don't think that's her because in that one, this one she has red hair.
Ah, Shauna Chalmers.
Really?
Chalmers?
Yep, she's the daughter of Superintendent Chalmers.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yep, I don't remember her in anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, vaguely. Oh, doesn't she date Jimbo or something?
Yeah, she dates one of them. She's a former girlfriend of Squeaky Voice Teen, Bar, and Jimbo.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, I did vaguely remember her, but, you know. She don't do much, obviously.
No. She's later seasons, though. I think, like, season 30 seems to be where... Wait, why is she dating teenagers? She's 42!
Probably 42 now.
No, the other character's age!
Well, I doubt she does. What do you mean? It doesn't say that anywhere where I'm on. What's Heroes? How is that? Why is it on Heroes Wiki?
We found her. We don't really need to know more
She's in
about her.
season 20.
She's in season 20, fair. I only found stuff on the Simpsons Wikipedia about her in season 30. But the
She's
Simpsons
young in
Wikipedia
that
looks
one.
pretty shit.
Yeah, it's all over the place, but
I don't really get how some characters age and some don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, cartoon fucking... What's this? Just kind of weird, isn't it?
yeah. Well, I know with this one, part of the point is like nothing's consistent, but that's kind of out there now that we know about it.
Because, like, Bart and Lisa would be like 40 at this point, wouldn't they?
Pretty much.
Older
Yeah.
than that, 50.
Right, Skinner. I'd say put Skinner in C with his mum.
I don't like Skinner. I put him further down.
Asuna?
Yeah, he's alright. I put him in like D, maybe.
Sorry, what's up?
We've moved on to Skinner. Stop looking at Superintendent Chalmers' daughter and give us your opinions, your true opinions on Seymour Skinner.
I think he's an interesting character with what he's actually done. And like what his actually past was.
Yeah.
Like he was in the military, he actually tried, someone shot at him, he tried to go after him with a knife. He stole someone's identity. He stole Seymour Skinner's actual identity.
Is this what you're doing? Are you telling us that you're not really Michael Marvel? You're not really Asuna Vox?
No, my name's Geo Arcania.
This is where I need a second monitor so I can easily chuck you out the voice chat.
It's okay, I'll throw myself out.
He will as well.
Yeah, there you go, he did it. I would have done it, but...
He was too fast. Right, I'll put him in
Do it
D,
again
I
for
guess.
good measure.
Right. Smithers. I nearly fucking forgot Smithers' name then because of you. I like
Waylon
Smithers. I'd put him in A.
Yeah, I like Smithers. I put him in A. Or B. Probably A.
I'd put him in A. I like him. I love that. He's unapologetically, being a gay man the entire time. They've never had a
I'm in love with
problem.
Mr. Burns.
Yeah, that just baffles my mind, but fine. I love all his Malibu Stacy shit and all that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I really like him. I'll put him in A. Snake!
Yeah.
I like Snake.
Yeah.
I like his car in Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yeah.
I like how he
Yeah,
looks
I mean-
as well.
I'm not sure you can really put him much higher than this here, though. He doesn't do loads, does he?
No.
Not really. The main one I remember him doing, besides like robbing places or threatening people with a shotgun, is he broke out of a Springfield jail to try and save his car that Homer was messing up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
He's
is
like,
an
screw
obvious
the honor
car.
system.
I'll put him in C. He's quite
Hmm.
interesting, but he's not like ever gone past being a background character that shows up to do random stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
Snowball?
Hmm.
I don't know, I would put my son a little helping.
I don't. Outside of the Halloween stuff, the cat's just there, isn't it?
I put it in B.
Alright, we'll put it in B. I have no feelings on Snowball, so I don't mind where it goes. Greasy, squeaky teenage boy.
Yeah.
I feel as this is probably how Asuna and Sean and Jeff and Leo and every other male I know started out life. We should put it in awful tier. No, alright. I like the
Leo's so
episode when
like
Homer's
that.
like, "You've got a greasy face, let me lick your face." I like him though. He does his job. Like, have any of you watched Clerks 2?
I don't think I did.
Oh my god, we
So-
need to watch that at some point, especially with the third one coming out.
Yeah, I saw the first one. I watched that one a lot.
Oh yeah, no, Clerks 1 is one of my all-time favorite movies. There's a character in it who's like a highly religious character, but he's like meant to be the younger one, and he reminds me of that character because they're working in a fast food place, basically. They're working at a movies, basically, in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
So he always reminds me of him. I'd put him in a D or a C.
Sooner than.
Oh, not Greasy. And how Coot still is? Wow, are you saying Coot is still a spotty teenager?
I did say Leo's basically like that still, to be honest.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. Fuck you. He is a handsome boy, even if I hate him right now.
And he's pretty squeaky, you can't deny that.
Oh yeah, no, even he says he's squeaky. He hates how squeaky he is. Yeah, I'd put him in C or D.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Or D, I'd go, honestly.
D? Yeah, I'll put him in D then. The old cowboy, the Texan.
The sooner.
Well, we'll put him in E with Asuna. There you go. Asuna and the Texan. Put these two together and you
Asuna.
literally have Asuna. But
Wasn't there
seriously,
someone else we thought was the sooner was as well?
Macron, because he's
Oh.
sleazy and
As
sleeps
soon
with
as just
everyone.
basically everyone in The Simpsons.
But do you know what his actual name is?
What?
Richard Texan.
Of course.
Rich and Texan.
Uh-huh.
Dick Texan.
All I heard was squeaky, then greasy, to be fair. I don't think Kudu's that squeaky.
Nah.
Nah.
Leo, on the other hand, is extremely fucking squeaky. I'm literally hugging my
Okay.
fan now, guys. I'm not even joking. I've got him in my arms.
Yeah, but I don't know. I won't really put the Texan guy any higher than like D honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him in.
He kind of just
the
turns up and
nonsense.
shoots his guns into the air. That's kind
Yeah.
of it.
He's basically like, if they need another rich person other than Mr. Burns, in comes the Texan.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
That's
This is
another one of
another
those
mob
guys.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. F with the others.
Lovejoy. I don't like Lovejoy, but I don't like overly religious types anyway. I don't find anything he says particularly funny or interesting.
You like Ned Flanders.
Because there's a difference with Ned Flanders. Look at that ass. How can you say no to that ass? He had, to be fair though, like seriously, he has a relationship with Homer. You know, his whole Homer relationship makes him open his eyes to like, you know, they're important to each other. Well, no, but like this is going on YouTube, so like someone might actually watch this and be like, he's got a point, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas Lovejoy is just there, kind of like Krusty's dad, to like shout out a load of bullshit about religion when they need a religious voice. The difference is he hasn't
Even though
had.
he's not that religious.
No,
Well,
he hasn't.
Doesn't like.
No, you go on.
I wasn't really gonna say much more, honestly.
Yeah, like he hasn't had any interesting things like Krusty's dad. He's just always been there to be like, this is what God would want you to do. Maybe.
Yeah.
If you could be bothered.
Yeah.
I remember what I was gonna go on about. Like he kind of just, even when like Flanders comes to him with something, he's like, "Oh, not this shit again." Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Even like.
Yeah. Well, then again, he probably goes to him all the time. But the main thing that one of the only things I really remember besides like Lisa going to him or like they go to him for advice and whatnot is one time he was at the Simpsons home with the Bible and they were talking about it and he goes, "Have you actually sat down and read this thing? Like everything we do is a sin."
Yeah. I mean, that's all in the interpretation, though. Because actually, technically, not much is a sin in the thing. Most people just make up what the fuck they want. And not to get religious on you all. As a former, you know, religious person, who then read the Bible and realized that everyone was talking shit.
Oh, imagine actually reading the Bible.
The Bible's actually quite fun when you get away from like pages and pages of this person bequeathed this person, and this person was born to this person. You're like, I get it. They had sex and had lots of babies.
Yeah, that's as far as I got, and I actually went to Catholic school, and I just realized they were full of shit once they started talking, and I saw how they were acting, and I was like, okay.
To be fair, but my pastor when I was young, Captain Chris, was really good. Like he kind of realized that none of us were from Catholic or Christian backgrounds, and we were kind of just going there because it was a youth club we could all go to on Sundays, and a lot of us had like abusive parents and stuff. So like he did everything very simple. He'd pick out the stories. He'd make like coloring sheets for us so we could like color in and learn about the Bible stories and stuff. But his whole big thing is if you never actually become religious, that's fine. Just as long as you believe in something, that's the important thing. Because people without any kind of belief end up, you know, when they're in a crisis, they have nowhere to turn to. And I believe in that. Like I genuinely think religion of all sorts, and just a belief system in general, is a big help to people who need it when they need it. You know, there's no need to, like, have a go at someone because they believe in something. Because when a tough time comes ahead, they can turn to their church, they can turn to their God, and they can look for answers. Whereas, like, when I had my breakdown, because I didn't believe in anything, I just was like, here, like, well, this is my fucking life now, you know? So, like, he was a good pastor. He was really good. I really liked him. But I don't like Lovejoy.
You could go the George Carlin route. You could pray to Joe Pesci.
Fair. I go the Terry Pratchett way and, you know, have a god for literally everything.
That's fair.
I don't want to put him in E because I don't like him.
He doesn't really do a whole lot anyways and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Get in there. Who's this guy?
Oh, let me get my glasses back on.
Looks like the other.
That's Frank Scorpio.
Yeah.
There's another one of him. What?
It looks the same. And he's
Oh
an
no,
ape.
that's the actor. That's whoever that actor is from when he did the Planet of the Apes thing.
Oh. I mean, what's the point of him even being in this tier list?
Oh, he was in
F.
quite a lot of episodes.
Is he?
He was the one that married Zelma.
Was it?
I don't
Yeah,
remember
he's the one
him.
that does the TV shows.
What's his
Hold on,
name?
let me-
TV actors.
Yeah. That's him. That's him. Yeah, you're right. It was just the beard was throwing me off. That's Troy McClure. Yeah.
Troy McClure, that's it.
That's not Troy McClure. Doesn't look like him.
No, it's from when he was in Planet of the Apes, the musical. That's what he dressed up like.
Yeah.
Alright. I like Troy McClure.
Yeah, no, I like him. I'd put him in B, to be honest.
Yeah, so you'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just the beard. It made it look like he was Frank Scorpio.
Yeah. No, I got really confused. And then I just remembered, because, like, he has his arms out and stuff. I realized it when he was fucking singing in the Planet of the Apes thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. There's another German kid.
He's a German kid.
Yeah, that was the transfer student, and Homer is like chasing him. He was like, "Oh, he's full of chocolate."
I put him in E. He's forgettable as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
he did make me laugh in that episode with Homer, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd go in E as well, because he's just another one of the kids.
Yeah, he's kind of probably
Yeah,
one of the most boring ones, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like the sickly looking kid. Yeah.
We don't know. I was thinking of getting like a big game one-up or something. Like, I do want to stream for a little bit, and as long as Asuna doesn't care to be here, and Sean, when he can be here, because I know he's got to go for lunch at some or tea at some point. You know, I don't mind sitting here for a while doing a tier list.
I'll be here all day.
Yeah. Chief Wiggum, S.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
for an A.
Yeah. I love Chief Wiggum.
Remember, Ralphie, safety first, and he's clubbing a walnut with his gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't work, and he shoots it. Let that be a lesson to the rest of you.
Then we got Groundskeeper Willie.
I quite like Willie, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd say he was like an A or something. Like I can see him being an S, but I don't feel he's used enough to be an S. I feel like he's a very strong A.
Yeah.
I think they mainly use him just to show off his physique. He's like, all right, Dolores, grease me up, woman. It's usually what happens.
Grease me up! I don't know who this is.
Scroll back down.
Oh, I don't know.
That's random shopkeep. He shows up in random places to sell things. Like if they're out in like the middle of a field or something, and there's a little shop, he's there. If there's a bartender at some place, he's there.
Oh, should we just put him in E then?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in the
Simpsons.
episode where Abe Simpson like kidneys exploded, and he's like, "Yeah, we don't see many people out here." He goes, "Yeah, I don't come out much because sarsaparilla angers up the blood." And he goes, "Oh, do you want some more?" And he goes, "You shut your trap." Something like that.
This is Wolfgang something, isn't it? The Arnold Schwarzenegger take the piss.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say a D. He's quite funny.
Yeah. A good D.
Yeah.
I remember lots of random stuff, Funky. Comes with being old.
All I remember about this guy is he's the one that answers the phone, go, hello.
Yeah.
That's literally all I know about
Probably
him.
whether
That's mainly that's his main gig.
probably put him with the
Dag.
Italian chef guy, honestly. I know.
Right. I know that Kudu will want that in SSS tier, so he's going in an SSS tier.
I said happy birthday earlier. When you were going on about the whole, do you know what today is? I was like, yeah, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. And then no one said anything.
I didn't hear you say happy birthday. I didn't know
I
because
didn't
I'm
hear
having
that
this
either.
horrible fucking day, you know?
Yeah, I know you have an excuse.
I didn't know because my memory's awful, so.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
remember my own
honest.
families at the best of times.
And I can never remember if my mum's May the 4th or May the 5th, or if my sister's October the 15th or 16th. I genuinely thought your birthday was on Sunday for some reason. I forgot the date. I just knew it was this week. I haven't opened my planner in like a month because it's been too depressing. Writing in it. I woke up and sat on my computer all day. I've got, you know, my fucking monitor to write about now. I woke up and my monitor broke, and now I'm bankrupt myself and buying a new fucking monitor. Poggers. Poggers, guys. Poggers.
And on that note, that's why we're doing a subathon next month.
We are doing a subathon, either at the end of next month or the beginning of the month after. In fact, I should write that in my mod chat. Right.
Yeah, I gave you some money towards it as well.
I know you did. I'm joking, but I do need to do a subathon and try to raise a little bit of money, to be fair. Just in case my ESA doesn't come through.
Fair. I need to wait for a couple paydays before I can do anything with that. Apparently, I went over on my credit card, so there's a hold on it. So
Oh my
I had to
god.
throw it out.
It's sooner.
No, I'm still good. It was just I was just buying too many damn pretzels.
Oh my
Asuna
goodness.
bankrupted himself with pretzels. Right. That's enough of the screen being on this for, you know, YouTube purposes. Tier maker. What do we want to do now? Oh, can we find F1 drivers and do a quick F1 driver one? F1
Probably.
2022. Includes reserves and recents. What?
John, I know exactly how this is going to go. There's going to be a cheer for Carlos, and then the rest of it's going to be not Carlos.
Good point, good point, good point.
Yeah, there's an F1 2020.